My name is Cliff Dyrud. I'm from Linden, Arizona. I actually just moved here very recently from northwestern Minnesota. I heard that it was not as hot as in what's called the valley, which I found out after I got here, and that people come here to get away from the heat. And this is, I think, a lot like Minnesota, only not as severe in the wintertime. I like to hike all my life. I grew up on a farm, and on Sundays we didn't have to do all the work. We just had to do some chores. So I like to explore in the local woods areas and ditches and some culverts and see what kind of wildlife I could find, and I just enjoy that. And after I left home, I went to a place where there actually were mountains. And I just loved to explore them by foot, and I've liked to hike ever since. We're standing here by the ghost of the Coyote Trail, and the reason this came to mind is I came down here this spring with my son, and looking for a possibility of finding a home in this area. And he ended up bringing his family here several occasions, and we just have enjoyed this area. Well, this trail isn't one of the most physically challenging trails, but we like it because it's a relatively short trail. You can see a lot of scenery. You can even see the White Mountains in the distance at places. And it's got some geography to it. You're up and down hills and seeing different things. So it's just a fun place to take a family.
My name is Holly. I live in the Linden area, and my family and I just like to spend time outdoors. That's my big boy. The kids, sometimes we don't get very far. Sometimes the kids just explore, play in the sand, the rocks, little flowers like the 4-year-old just brought me. And just good time. Can come out here alone or can come out here together and make it a short distance or make it far. We never know, but it's an adventure nonetheless, and fun to be together. I don't know, when I first got into hiking, I used to think going hiking was a big deal, or like had to be a great distance. And then I met my husband, and we learned that hiking is just anything. It's going for a walk. It's going any distance. Just enjoying being outside and going on or off trails, and just having an adventure. I'm originally from North Dakota, so I'm used to some green and land that is full of life. And I moved to the White Mountains and really enjoyed the green we have up here. I like that we have the amount of rain that we have versus down in the valley. I did live in Phoenix over 10 years ago, and Arizona also has beautiful mountains and areas where there's luscious life, green trees and grasses and flowers. So it's really fun being from kind of the upper Midwest and being able to see the green around here and feel like I'm a little bit of back home, but have the mountains around me, which is not familiar from the Midwest area. So I and my family, we just really like the adventures that can be had out here. And this trail is really neat because it's in the Linden area where we live, so I can come up here with my family and the kids can go exploring and have a good time just not too far from home. We don't have to drive for a day to get here. We've been out here several times and we've seen some tracks from animals, not exactly sure, could be elk. I have seen some of the grasses around some of the trees as like an animal has been laying there, maybe recently. And we definitely see a lot of birds around here. I'm looking at one now. And sometimes there's big osprey, maybe even eagles, huge, magnificent birds just soaring over the mountains. We've seen lizards out here at different times, different kinds of lizards, and that's always a challenge for the kids to try to chase a very fast, wild lizard. So always an adventure, something new, a new type of bug, maybe a spider, but it's quite the adventure. It is fun to just go hiking, exploring in whatever way you want to, near or far, going off the trail, staying on the trail. There's something for everyone, for the 3-year-old, 5, 10, adult, young and old. It's not too challenging. There's just a gentle breeze right now with some pine, cedar smell. And I don't know if you can hear the breeze, but it's just beautiful. The sound, the smell, the view, just all the senses. It's fun for us, nearby, and perfect for kids.